Hi, this is Chris Wolf with GoodGuySwag.com. We're excited to have Torrance Coombs. Torrance Coombs is the star of the new CW show Reign. It's a show about Queen Mary of Scots, and in the show, Torrance plays the character Bash. So Torrance, can you tell us a little bit about the show and your character Bash, short for Sebastian?
I certainly can. It's kind of a historical fiction take on Mary, Queen of Scots, which the story takes place in France in the 1500s. But we're not strictly going for historical accuracy here. We've got a little bit of a fantasy element to it. We're blending modern and period styles. So we've got anachronistic costumes and some modern music and. Yeah, it's a bit of a different take on a period drama. I play a guy called Sebastian, who's the king's bastard son. Oldest son, but not in line to the throne due to being the son of his mistress, as opposed to son of the queen. So my younger brother, Francis, is in line for the throne. I am not.
Well, something with Good Guy Swag is a lot of the site is based on respect, honor, these principles of chivalry. And I'm just curious, with you working on these shows that are more period pieces, has there been anything that you've kind of picked up on?
Yeah, there's a lot of court protocol that goes on. There's just interesting little rules like you don't turn your back on a king, or yeah. So like as a king's servant, for example, you don't walk ahead of the king. You walk sort of beside or behind him, or unless you're very specifically instructed to do so. So there's all these kind of trappings and rules intended to give deference and respect to people in positions of power. And I guess there's also that idea of courtly love. There's the men that idea that old idea of men sort of trying to win the girl somehow.
Well, that's what our site's all
But through
about.
feats of gallantry or whatever it might be.
Absolutely. What has there been anything that you've picked up on the show that you've tried to like take back and use in your own personal life?
Take pieces of every show I do, but there certainly when I did the tutors, there's you pick up those habits. It's infectious. You realize, all right, that kind of, I like the way that guy's coming across. I like the way it makes me feel when somebody's doing that. I'm going to try and do the same for other people, and just whoever it may be.
So what are your thoughts? Do you believe that chivalry, the principles of chivalry are still applicable today?
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly not a requirement, but I would say that they're more often than not they're appreciated. There are certainly those people out there who would rather you didn't open the door for them, and it just kind of makes them, and it's a personal preference thing. But for the most part, people are thankful if you help somebody with their coat or open the door or whatever it might be. My chivalry skills are pretty basic.
Yeah, I mean, there's actually a blog recently that I wrote that the rules of courtly love. I mean, there's a lot of rules and there's a lot of formality within it, but there's a difference between doing it out of formality and actually doing it from the heart. And I think that's maybe where chivalry kind of gets skewed today.
Right. Well, I suppose because the thing is, if you just take a list and go, okay, if I do these things, I'm chivalrous. That's not really it. Like that, it might eventually lead to that because maybe that's how it starts. Is you go, I'm just going to try and do these things, and then eventually you kind of come to mean them. I mean, there is a way of working from the outside in, I suppose, but I suppose there's also a danger with some people where they could feel like it's patronizing in some way.
Yeah.
But really, I think it should be obvious when it's coming from the heart.
And has there been anything that you've picked up in terms of any chivalrous manners that you feel has really helped you?
I'm a little old-fashioned in the sense that I like to hold doors open, and I like to wait outside a girl's house when I drop her off and make sure she gets in safely. Like regardless of, I don't have to be dating her or anything. Just I'm more likely to do it for a girl than for a guy for whatever reason.
Yeah. Yeah,
as sexist
I
as
think
that
that's
might be.
okay to say.
Um, oh, I'm just kidding. I'll wait for my buddies too. Yeah, I'll wait for my buddies. They forget their keys sometimes too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, we're really excited to have you. GoodGuySwag.com, Torrance, Coombs. Everybody tune in to CW's Reign. That's on Thursdays at 9, 8 Central. You can catch Torrance's character Bash on there, and there's looks like there's some good stuff coming up here in the next few weeks.
Things are heating up for sure, but we got some surprises on the way. Gonna find out what's in the woods.
All right. Well, thanks for taking this time with us, Torrance.